Gen G and T1 faced off last weekend, and the craziest thing about that series wasn't the longest game of the year, or owner's game-saving Baron steal.
It might be the hero here.
It was that Game 3 was over at 2 minutes, and kinda gave me PTSD of my solo queue games. So let's take a look at what happened. First, we'll start with the draft. It's not often that we get 3 games in the LCK, so you can imagine the champ pools are a little pinched. T1 first picked Cassiopeia, which is a very strong pick right now. Most meta mages are gone due to Fearless, so Gen G can only answer with something like Taliyah. Locking in Cassio first also makes it difficult to pull off a dive comp or lock in a melee champ like Akali. T1 has already set the stage with just the first pick. Gen G respond with Corki, which is okay, and then Pantheon, a pretty strong jungler at the moment and a Canyon favorite. T1 lock in the Jace, which is also a strong pick, at least in Korea, and especially because most of his counter picks are gone like Yorick or Sion. Owner locks in Vi, another strong choice, and has great synergy with Cassio. Cassante is drafted from Gen G's side, which is one of Keen's strongest picks, but we can already see the problem with this draft. Pantheon is a champ that likes to play with others and doesn't have as much initiation as Vi does. Cassante can pair nicely with Pantheon, but Gen G have no go buttons and they need one badly. They finally pick up a go button with Nico, a valid choice with her playmaking, but T1 pull a crazy duo pick, Mel and Camille. Camille is a very strong early game support and there's not a ton of lockdown on Gen G's side, so she can play without punishment. Mel is a nice pick into the Nico and can neutralize the strength of the Corki Nico bot lane. Gen G round out the draft with Taliyah, which is fine, but their draft is already so hard to execute. Vi can easily go in with Camille and have great follow-up from the Jace, Mel, and Cassio, and Gen G can't do much about it except for maybe the Cassante. So let's see how T1 plays this game now that they've outdrafted their opponents. T1 wastes no time and Kira goes in for a nice trade. Camille with Hookshot and Hillblades does about half of Ruler's health even with the barrier, and now the game is pretty much over in bot lane, and probably the whole game. But why is that the case? It's only not even 2 minutes in the game, and look where Ruler is, running away from his own lane, and not even at 2 minutes. He only has 3 CS, Camille will bully him so he can't come back, their jungler is topside, which I think is a mistake from Canyon, and Kira can just get dove. T1 keep up the pressure with an invade, and Ruler now only has 14 CS. Owner comes over and dives a Corki, and it's basically GG. This bot lane snowballs into an almost 10k gold lead at 17 minutes. Gen G do put up a valiant fight in the game and almost come back to win, but T1 eventually takes the W. So what can we learn from this match? 2 things. Draft matters. You might have experienced this before in your solo queue games where you have maybe all AP champs on your team or all range champs with no engage or good CC, or maybe a dive comp into a Galio Zahen. These matches are tough to play, but they're not losses, at least not yet. And the second thing we can learn is don't give up. Canyon did his best to make plays in top lane and bot, and while I think he could have started bot side to early gank the aggressive bot lane, he didn't give up and neither should you. Look for plays when you can, and if you can't, just fight out the loss. I know the grind can be hard and league can suck sometimes, and I also know that you don't have a team of professional players behind you, but if you take these 2 tips, I am sure that you will have a better time playing League and can climb very well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think. Have an awesome rest of your Tuesday.